the Trevor Jackson Podcast.
We also have a policy that if you're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impinging on you. You don't have to sit there and just be a sitting duck and let the mob grab you out of your car and drag you through the streets. You have a right to defend yourself in Florida.
You tapped into Trevor Jackson TV and J Doug TV. What's popping with you, fam?
Man, what's happening, man? The Spade, bro. You was saying Speedy, but it's pronounced like the card game. Spade, I spell it that way. It's SPAAD, stand for spiritual power against all devils, you heard me?
Oh, I love that, fam. I appreciate you correcting me, too, because, you know, I'm just thankful for your presence, man. What part of the discussion did you want to tap in on, family? Talk to us.
Man, the part about when y'all was talking about the governor or the mayor in Florida, and I seen the brother giving him a lot of props for what he did. But yeah, bro, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier for our people. You dig? Done a lot of time, incarcerated in institutions and prisons. You dig? And I'm a lyricist too, you dig? But the thing I wanted to say is I want y'all to read between the lines, bro, because some people always gonna be who they is, and that's the enemy. Them people devils, man. Them people devils, man. That's that man telling his friends, if one of these, you know what I'm saying, if one of these minorities getting y'all way, don't be there and be no sitting ducks for them. If you gotta do what you gotta do, run over them, and then he letting you know what they gonna do you when they get there if they catch you. That's all against us, man. You can't see no black man bumping nobody with a car and not going through the process of litigation and all that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through hell for something like that, man. They're gonna take your life away. That's what they're gonna be trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad that our brothers got to be able to read between the lines of these people, man. These people talking to their good fellow clique. Just like y'all was saying, yeah, you best believe they're part of their country club and everything, man. That man put at the end of his conversation, y'all need to play it back. That man said at the end of his conversation, that man insulted what he gonna do to somebody, something about a Quran. I ain't even heard it because I ain't technology savvy yet. That's why I couldn't find the number in the chat and all that, you dig?
Yeah.
I'm on my son's phone right now, you dig? I'm watching y'all on my screen, but that's another thing. But I sound like you really connected and everything in the industry, and dog, I promise you, man, I got everything I need but connections. You hear me? I'm talking about the people in Hollywood, 50 Cent, them, they paying people for what people like us have, the have not.
Authenticity.
We got the authenticity. Man, look, I got the stories. Man, I wrote 2 books in prison, man. I did bedtime, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't nothing but college to me, dog. They ain't gonna rehabilitate you, but when you in there, you can take advantage of the things that they got you surrounded by while they trying to paint the picture like they providing it to you. But they ain't rehabilitating nobody, bro. Rehabilitation comes from within.
That's facts.
You feel me? And that spiritual power against all devils, you dig, that came to me through a vision while I was asleep. God named me in my sleep. And I never knew what it was, what it meant. But as time go by, man, a spade is a shovel. You know what I'm saying? And I always been talking about resurrecting the dead. You dig? People that don't see and don't understand because they ain't been through what I've been through. They ain't experienced what I experienced.
And let me ask you this question, going back to the cop thing. And you said that, you know, we're not going to be able to do that. We're going to have consequences as black people if we go along with what he's saying to do if protesters come. Maybe black people could look at it like this and tell me what you think it is. He's saying, yo, if you get surrounded by some protesters, you could run them over. Maybe that's fair warning, letting black people know, don't bring your ass up out there talk about you protesting for no immigrants because I'm giving motherfuckers permission to run your ass over. He could have been trying to help us.
That's why I was saying, bro, you gotta play it back, bro, because he said a whole lot more than that, brother. Well, what he said gave me reason to believe that this man is racist, man. Straight up.
Well, why you say that? Why you say that? Because a lot of people say he racist, but we gotta. Let me ask you this: do you think all white people racist?
No, indeed, man. My wife white.
Oh, now let me. We gonna not slow down, cause that's now we gonna have a conversation. You got a white wife. I didn't ask about your wife, but you gave additional information.
Not wife as in with how y'all understand wife and marriage.
I understand what you're saying. I understand.
Your woman is white.
She Italian. Her mom Italian and
bro, sir, you were just on here talking about how you was a warrior for the black community. But how you no, stay with me. Stay with me.
Go ahead.
You said you was a warrior for the black community, right? What are you doing laying up with a white woman talking all this radical talk, man, against white people?
Man, listen, brother, with all due respect, brother, you can't get caught up in color, man.
No, you getting caught up in color. No, you looking at this white guy and you caught up in color. Now when it comes to who you dating, you don't want to get caught up in color.
All right then. Well, then check this out. Because I'm trying to get you to understand one thing, bro. Back in the days, they had white folks standing on side of us fighting way back then, brother. To each his own, brother. You can't charge nobody by what their mama did or their brother did, son. You gotta judge people on your experience with that person, dog. That's why we stand side by side with the minority people who legal or the immigrants or whatever, or they could stand side by side with us when George Floyd comes. Everybody ain't bad, dog. Every cop ain't bad, dog. And that's coming from somebody who done over 17 years.
Bro, you sound like a compromised warrior, bro. I don't need no nigga talk about he a warrior. Then you start talking about all white people ain't bad. You looking at no. You start talking about this cop gonna get a pass. I can be with it. Nah, bro, you can't do that. If you gonna be fight for black people, bro, we need you to be black on black. Everything black.
Listen, no, it ain't got to be like that, but it can't never be like that.
Yes, it can. It don't have to be like that, but you said you was a warrior for the black community. You said that.
Man, and I'm gonna be till the day I die, because guess what? When
you die, gonna be a white woman sitting there next to you.
Man, it was a white woman in your family before you was born, brother. All of us.
No, it wasn't. And not that I know of. Not that I know.
Man.
But listen, let's go here. What about what he's saying sound racist?
I'm trying to educate you, brother. You gotta listen to him. That's why I told you to play it back, and I was gonna point out to you everything.
I'm gonna play it back right now.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.